It is one of the most secure structures in the world. It safeguards the vast wealth of the United States, and its name is synonymous with one of the most precious commodities in the history of the world: gold. But behind this building's stone exterior are secrets. Secrets so outrageous.
Is there any gold in Fort Knox? We just don't know.
So controversial.
In my opinion, there's no such thing as an impregnable vault.
So potentially dangerous.
You cannot get answers because the secret history would explode the market.
That they must be kept hidden from the public.
If I tell you about Fort Knox, it's going to blow your socks off.
Well, it seems like we've just gotten to that point where enough people are waking up to these issues that there is indeed a fundamental issue with our banking system, and perhaps monetary reform might be the only way that we can move towards greater liberty for everyone. And it looks like that's what we're moving towards. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I've seen tremendous progress just in the last few years, and I've been in this 25 years. So, yeah, it's catching on worldwide now, and one of these days, one of these nations is going to dip their toe in the water, and it's going to be a great day.
For far too long, the United States government has been less than transparent in releasing information relating to its gold holdings. Not surprisingly, this secrecy has given rise to a number of theories about the gold at Fort Knox, and the government owes it to the people to provide them with the details of these holdings.
This is Dan Dix here, reporting for Press for Truth. Just last week, Elon Musk was considering to have Ron Paul head up an audit of the Federal Reserve as part of his Department on Government Efficiency. Yeah, this guy chiming in saying, raise your hand if you'd like to see Ron Paul as Federal Reserve Chairman. To which Elon Musk responded saying that would be amazing. And then Zero Hedge talked about what would be amazing. He chimed in saying it would be great if Elon Musk could take a look inside Fort Knox just to make sure the 4,580 tons of US gold is there. Last time anyone looked was 50 years ago, and that was in 1974, to which Elon Musk replied, surely it's reviewed at least every year. And then Rand Paul chimed in saying, nope, let's do it. Of course, Rand Paul is the son of Ron Paul, who has been famously talking about auditing the gold at Fort Knox for many, many, many years. And now here we are in 2025. Alex Jones is now also calling for an audit of the Fort Knox gold, saying it's time for Elon and Doge to conduct a full audit of every single ounce of gold. It's our nation's money. I've been told by Trump administration sources that Doge has already started an investigation. In anticipation of Trump auditing the U.S. gold stockpile, gold from all over the world is already flooding back into government vaults. And then Jones put out a video talking about how Elon Musk's Doge team is going to be investigating the Fort Knox missing gold, to which Elon Musk replied, it would be cool to do a live video walkthrough of Fort Knox. So are we about to see an Elon Musk, Alex Jones live video stream of Fort Knox? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about all of that in this video and much more. But really quickly, guys, just before we do, I want to remind you that this is my Patreon account where I used to have people sign up for monthly recurring contributions. You'll notice at the top there it says your page is being suspended because it isn't following our community guidelines. And in order for me to resolve this issue, they not only want me to delete content off of my Patreon page, but they want it deleted from my website as well. Folks, I'm obviously not going to self-censor myself to any degree. So rather than resolving this issue in the way they want with Patreon, I set up a Subscribestar account. This is where you can also sign up for $5 a month, $10, $20. Whatever is within your means, guys, is very greatly appreciated. If this is something you would like to to support my efforts. This is a great way to do it. You can check that top link in the description below. Thank you so much to everybody who does take a minute today to contribute to my efforts with a monthly recurring contribution right here at subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. All right, look at some of these headlines going around right now. Elon Musk is encouraged to crack open Fort Knox and audit the $425 billion gold reserves that are inside. And Rand Paul wants to help. Let's do it, he says. Rand Paul supports the Fort Knox physical gold audit after Zero Hedge suggestion goes viral. One of the biggest questions over the past 50 years is whether the gold at Fort Knox, Kentucky is really there, or if it's been plundered. What we now know is that the last audit of America's gold stash was conducted on September 23rd, 1974, when the US Treasury opened up just one of its 15 vaults at Fort Knox, so some politicians and reporters could swarm the site for a 2-hour photo op, with roughly 6% of the alleged amount of gold being held there. Adding to the complete farce, none of the bars being passed around for the cameras were matched to a serial number. None of them were assayed or tested for purity, or even verified as U.S. holdings, as foreign countries have previously stored their own gold at Fort Knox as well. This is the video from 1974 of these reporters being allowed in, and they're just like, wow, look at all this gold, ushered into this like little closet-sized room. Again, no serial numbers, no tests. Like, that could have been tungsten with gold plating for all we know. Like, we have no idea. And again, nothing has been done ever since 1974. It is quite insane, really. Since then, there's been no independent verification of the roughly 4,580 metric tons supposedly held by the Treasury outside of this bullshit annual vault seal checks that don't actually analyze the gold. Oh, and they've lost 7 of those. Various efforts have been raised to audit Fort Knox, most recently in 2021 when this representative Alex Mooney introduced legislation to, try to audit the gold there. In 2010, former Libertarian Ron Paul called for an independent audit of Fort Knox gold. So, Ron Paul has been pushing this for a very, very long time. And now Alex Jones is calling for the Elon Musk's Doge department to do just that. Have an actual audit. Let's just listen to what he had to say here just yesterday, I believe this was.
But I wanted to just do a quick update on Doge and the fact that Elon is now starting to make noises about auditing the U.S. gold reserves that have not been at Fort Knox, have not been audited since the early 1970s, 1974 to be precise. We've also been talking for months, really the first to be doing it with Dr. Kirk Elliott, a great economist, that there are record levels of gold being shipped back into New York and into the U.S. government vaults there as well. It takes months and months now to even be able to get your gold out of the National Central Bank there in England, in London. And so there are short supplies of gold all over the world taking place because they've always been shorting it and naked shorting it and manipulating it. The Goldman Sachs, the JP Morgans, the whole BlackRock combine, and manipulating the price of it the whole time. Even when they didn't have big holdings of it, they would just do it on paper. It's a giant scam, and Elon's also talked about that. So a lot of stuff is coming to a head. All these giant debts are growing and growing, and most of these big companies and hedge funds really don't have much of the assets they claim they do. It's all leveraged. And so the fact that you see what's happening with gold, but also with silver, because it's such an industrial metal, we've never seen this level of a lack of silver. All of this is forming a perfect storm, and you're going to see some very, very big moves in the near future. But I guarantee you, Doge is going to go investigate the gold.
So he's essentially saying he has inside information from the Trump administration that the Doge team is already investigating this. He then went live and did this video breaking. Elon Musk, Doge team to investigate Fort Knox missing gold, must watch. And this is when Elon Musk chimed in and said it would be cool to do a live video walkthrough of Fort Knox. Now, do I think that Elon Musk and Alex Jones are going to walk hand in hand on a live stream video through Fort Knox exposing the fact that there is no gold there? No, I don't, ladies and gentlemen. Spoiler alert, I don't think that's going to be the case at all. In fact, I don't think they are going to fully do an audit. I don't think they're going to end the Fed. I talked about all of this in this video when Trump first introduced the Department of Government Efficiency called Doge, and I said, it's not what you think. This was my warning on the day it was announced. President-elect Donald Trump is announcing the creation of the Department of Government Efficiency, aka Doge, that will be led by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to slash excess regulation, cut wasteful expenditures, and restrict federal agencies, giving libertarians, cryptocurrency advocates, minarchists, and even anarchists hope for the future of the economy. In this video, Dan Dix of Press for Truth explains how this bait-and-switch move will leave freedom lovers everywhere feeling rather sour when it turns out that a global CBDC will be the solution to everyone's problems. And that's something that I've been warning about for quite some time. Ending the Fed sounds like it would be a great thing. I don't think that's what's actually going to come of Donald Trump and Elon Musk and the Doge team. Are they going to work for a better deal, negotiate and things like that, and eventually we will see the introduction of a global centralized digital-backed currency? Yes, that's exactly what I think is coming down the pike. That's what Bill Still was warning about as well in his fantastic documentary called The Money Masters, which goes back many, many years. It's highly recommended viewing for you to understand this. I spoke with Bill Still about all of this, how all of this works, like over a decade ago in this video about suing the bank and what's next for the Canadian money masters. So this is like the OG of calling for monetary reform, and together we did exactly that, as I said, over a decade ago in this video. So if you want to see that one as well, I'll put a link in the description. I'd also encourage you to check out this video and an interview I did with Ron Paul talking about Donald Trump and a potential dollar crash that may be blamed on him during his presidency. Again, important information to consider moving forward, guys. But yes, do I think there's a great deal of manipulation going on in the precious metal space? Absolutely. But do we think that Doge is going to get to the bottom of it? Not bloody likely. But interesting that he's claiming that they're going to do a walkthrough on a live stream. It sounds almost a little too good to be true, doesn't it, folks? Usually that's the case when it sounds like that. So just wanted to bring all of this to your attention, guys. Once again, if you do appreciate my efforts to do so, don't forget to check me out right here, subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. Once again, $5, $10, $20, whatever is within your means is very greatly appreciated, guys. So yeah, just wanted to bring all of that to your attention. I'll put links to all of this stuff in the description below if you want to see it coming from the horse's mouth. Ron Paul, the man himself, who is the true OG of calling for this reform and audit of gold at Fort Knox. So be sure to check that out. And that's all for today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Please click that thumbs up button, share this video, and stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.